It's just because over there, wherever you go, there is an option to get on the bus, but actually walking is much more pleasant. I walk by cafes and parks, meet people. Traffic in most of these areas is not so heavy and loud and dusty, because cities over there are organized more for people rather than for cars.
Sure.
And you just don't notice how you do this walk. I think if I was offered something like this, I'll break it to a walk to here, halfway, and then I'll think of some other option.
Yeah.
Well, and 63 minutes is a long time to be out in the hot sun.
Sure is. Yeah.
Or in rain.
Yeah.
I think the pollution. Like when I used to live in Toowong, I wouldn't mind walking home along the river. But now, I just haven't found the right route. Like I don't want to walk along Ipswich Road or Adelaide Road. But it'd be comparable, I think, speed-wise, because you allow 15 minutes to get to Central, 20 minutes on the train, and then I have 10 minutes at the other end. Adelaide's not that far.
No.
It's just about finding.
Yeah, it's not. And it's really to get through West End.
And probably going back to that buddy system, and if someone walks home that way, I'd be quite keen to
give it a go.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, okay.
It's just those main roads.
So what I'm hearing is that there's, that distance can be an issue, but if it's a pleasant route, you're willing to walk further. If it's not hilly, if you've got someone to do it with, and so that increases your feeling of safety.
So if you don't have to commit, as we said earlier, like
doesn't have to be every day.
If it's a casual thing, and in that respect, maybe if this is like a dynamic app that keeps changing the advice. I'm on the bus, but it tells me that for the last 10 minutes of the ride, there are so many areas in the city where the buses actually get stuck, and it takes you as long to get to the next bus stop as it would be to just walk, and it might be a lot more pleasant experience if you add to your calorie burn for the day. So if these things keep sending you advices and just prompting you to, you can actually walk, or you can change here.
Jump off early. And
just to be more flexible, that would, I think, be more useful and...
Sure.
I'm just reminded of my other pet hate about Brisbane. I think someone else mentioned it about lack of footpaths. It's like there are no footpaths anywhere. And it's actually a real mobility issue, because I've had a pram, I go running when it's dark, and I have a 7-year-old that rides his bike on the footpath. And it's a freaking nightmare trying to do any of those things, because, then suddenly there's no footpath, or, and the only option is to go on the road or to walk on some really wobbly verge with like tree roots and everything sticking out. So.
Sure.
They should make everyone walk in a moon boot in Brisbane, and then they would see that the footpaths are just.
And it's like every other place I've lived in has footpaths on both sides of the street everywhere.
And Melbourne has such wide footpaths.
It's
great.
That's why I love living at the coast.
Because the paths are good.
Beautiful paths, amazing bike paths. We've got over 120 kilometres of bike path between Caloundra and Noosa. It's just amazing. It's the ease of getting around there is quite substantial.
I find the footpaths okay. I find it's the cars that are parked across them.
And also terrible link-ups between, like, if you're crossing the road, the bit where you go down and go up again. They'll quite often make the crossing point like down the road there somewhere, and it's
so you've got to go out of your way to cross the road.
And also there seems to be this quite propensity here, I've noticed too, to let businesses build these big wide driveways. So we have a supermarket near our house where nobody looks, and we'll just drive straight through. And I always tap on people's cars to go, hey, you're supposed to give way to pedestrians. And this lady just about lost it the other day because it was me and my child riding his bike, and it's just there's no way I would let him ride down the road from our house because of that. And yet that's really silly, because that would be a great little circuit for him to do, but it's just way too dangerous.
Sure. Okay. What else about these journey plans? What do you like or not like? Either version.
I don't like the idea of the cost time thing.
Yep.
So for me, if you're walking to work, you're doing that because of the experience of doing the walk,
Sure.
and going outside and getting fresh air. You don't want to know how much that cost you. Perceive time.
That's good. Yeah.
Because you've already consciously made the decision to walk in the first
place.
So
stating the number of minutes it takes you is enough of an indication. You don't need to put a dollar value on that as well.
And I think it might work for driving because if people find it hard to quantify how much it actually costs in terms of petrol as well as parking and stuff like that. But I think for walking and cycling, people are doing it because they genuinely want to get that exercise or get outside or because they have to. You have to walk from Central Station. That's not a choice that you have to make. You just basically have to do it.
Well, and is this the same journey?
It is, yeah.
Because it does seem a bit strange then that walking costs you the most.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Because that would be time.
Other people have remarked on. And if you look at the one-page version, they've taken that aspect away.
Because that would be an obstacle for a lot of people.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I'm showing you both of them is because they've actually asked me to give them some feedback about the different types. But I'm kind of interested in that as well, and other people have said that too.
Yes, it kind of sort of centres around that sort of social choice thing. It might be like some of the stuff that might factor in, you might be better for the environment, but not necessarily. It's more of you're making that social conscious choice to either get more exercise or reduce your amount of time you spend in your car, whatever it is.
Sure.
But I think it's really hard to quantify that, and I just didn't like that aspect.
Great. Thanks for that feedback.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Do you like having the map or not having the map?
I
like the map. Yeah.
You like the maps? Yeah. And is there anything that you like about the one-page version, apart from that issue that you've just raised, Gerard, with the cost not being there?
Yeah. I didn't mind the scale sort of stuff. It's not too bad, but I think it's. I guess what everybody else was sort of saying about the maps and stuff, it's okay. That's great that there's a map, but is that easily accessible?
Yeah.
Is it actually a pleasant walk or bike ride? It's kind of hard to tell without knowing the area.
Yeah. And I feel like when I look at these maps that they've just been spat out of Google Maps.
Yeah.
But I feel like the feedback I'm getting from Isabella and from Denver is that what you'd actually like is a person to have walked that route and be able to tell you this is a really pleasant route.
Yeah.
Not Denver, sorry, Isabella more. Yeah. Isabella and Felicity.
It could be a route that somebody recommends because it's nice and scenic and easy to do or something.
Sure.
But I feel like this one is much harder to comprehend quickly.
Yeah.
Like
the one-page version.
Invest the time to read this. Whereas this I can get. Bam.
It's at a glance, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Maybe there's options of. I can get so many different buses, and some of them are further away, but depending on the time. And so it might be half bus, half walking or something, and so then it's a happy medium.
So you might need to actually, for some people, have a different set of options.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think people don't realise.
Yeah.
When I go home and then I go for a walk and a run, and I see all these bus stops and take note of what bus goes there, and there's another one. I've got this massive collection.
I was going to say, for me as well, I'll go to the gym after work or go for a run after work, and that is my activity for the day, so I don't want to necessarily build that into my going to and from work.
Sure.
It's easier for me to, after work, go and do physical exercise. So I'm still doing it, it's just that I don't do that as a part of my commute.
Sure,
Even though it is kind of a part of my commute because I finish work, go to the gym and then go home.
Okay.
So the fact that you don't have to take stuff to work, you don't have to shower before, it's a lot more hassle.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in summertime.
In winter, the incentive for me to get that lift home at 4 o'clock with my partner is I get home in time to go for my run.
Yeah, if you go for a run.
And the days that I get the bus, if I leave at 4 and get the first bus and it's on time, I can probably make it.
Interesting.
But I've made this New Year's resolution to run 6 days a week.
Okay.
In winter, it's been a struggle getting home.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What I like about this one is the suggestions, the bottom, the showers. I think it would be great if they could be on the map, as well as bus stops or other. Again, building up on this idea that if there is more information here, I could come up with more flexible options.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is very rigid. It gives me 63 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
And also, if I'm not aware of where these showers and other facilities are, I might not be able to.
And I think especially for someone starting out, that would be important, because you don't want to go from 0 to 63, but you might bite off 30.
And I kind of feel like there's got to be some kind of break-even point here, because if you look at this, it says, well,